Hello everyone, it's Karla here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I have not posted in a very long time. I've had a lot going on in a good way. So I am now a self-published author. I released my first book as an indie author, self-published author, and I'm extremely proud of the work that I did. And the book is out. If you want to purchase it, I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video. But yeah, I am now a self-published author, and a couple of people asked me, how do you become a self-published author? And since I've done it, I've done the work, I've done the research, I've done the writing, and I've gotten everything done. I had no clue what I was doing, so I had to do my research. Now that I have done it, I've completed it, I have been bitten by the writing bug. I've always been a writer, but now I just want to get more books out there, and I currently have more in the works. So yeah, I'm not going to keep talking. I'm just going to get right into it because I know a few people have asked me, how do I do that? Like, I want to do it. I've always wanted to publish a book. Well, I am going to give you some simple steps. Well, not simple, but I'm going to break down the steps that I did to become a self-published author. And again, this is from my own research. Of course, I encourage you to do your own research. This is just what I did. So I'm just going to give you the steps that will get you started, and hopefully you will become a self-published author as well if that's the avenue that you want to go in. So let's get started. So step number one is your manuscript. And when I say manuscript, I mean your book. Like, what did you write? I used Word document. It's easier from my research of watching tons of videos of self-published authors and their process. All of them say use Microsoft Word. So yeah, your manuscript is your writing, like what you typed up on your computer, your book, your memoir, your novel, whatever it is, that is your manuscript. Just write it. Whatever it is that's on your mind to write it. So you have it in Microsoft Word, you have it saved. That is your first step. Step number two, when you are done with your first draft, edit your own work. Go back and read what you typed or what you wrote, reread it, and make sure that you catch any mistakes, or if just in case you want to change something, or if you want to take something out, edit your own work first. That's step two. Step number three, hire a professional editor to edit your work. A lot of times when we look at our own writing, we may miss some mistakes because it's us that's writing. So we may not catch the, grammar errors, or if we left out a word, or if the sentence doesn't really make sense or go with the overall flow of the writing. So it's best to get second eyes on it. And I would say hire someone who has experience in editing books, specifically the type of book that you're writing. Like for me, my book is a memoir. The book that I wrote is a memoir. So I hired someone who had experience with editing manuscripts that are memoirs, because I looked at her resume and she had those type of books under her repertoire. So I was like, oh, okay. And I searched around for the right editor, because I'm paying this person a good amount of money to edit my work before I put it out there in the world. So I'm not going to get into details and pricing and everything in this video. That's going to be for another time. But if you're really on a budget limit, if you have a limited budget, I would say get someone who you trust, whether it be an English teacher. Like if you have a friend who's an English teacher, like reach out to them. If you have a friend who's just extremely well in writing, you just remember, oh, okay, all through middle school and high school they excelled in writing, ask them to edit your work, and they may not charge you that much. Like I went the professional route because I wanted everything to be spot on. You want to have second eyes on your work. Of course you want to edit it yourself, but please get other people to read it, people that you trust, people who will put the time into reading your work. Step number four, which is edit your own work. Again, edit your work. After you have the editor look at your work, edit your own work again to make sure that you like the changes or suggestions that they made. And a good editor will give you a clean copy. That means a copy of the manuscript they edited with all of the corrections in there, so none of the red marks and everything, and they will give you a red marked script as well, because my editor, she sent me my script, she sent the script back to me with the red marks, like her suggestions and why she suggested it. Like, she was very good, she was very thorough. Like, I I had a great editor, and she also provided me with the clean version of my script with all of the corrections in there, so I could choose whether or not I accepted her edits or not. And some of them I did. Most of them, like 95% of what she suggested and edited, I kept in. Like 5% I was like, yeah, I think I want to keep this the same, you know, but I still respected her, you know, suggestions or whatever. So yes, after you hire a real editor, edit your work again to make sure it's what you want. Step number 5, choose your publisher. As a self-published author, you are shopping around for who you would like to publish your book. There are a lot of publishing companies out there. You have Lulu, you have Ingram Spark, you have Amazon. Amazon has a publishing company. You have I think it's called Book Baby. You have so many. Like, there are so many self-publishing companies out there for indie authors, and I would just say do your research to find out which publishing company works for you. Like, just research as much as you can, because the pay rate is different. What is required for you to publish with them is different. I personally picked Lulu Publishing Company, lulu.com. For my first book. I'm probably going to try a different publishing company for my next book, just to see what I like, you know, but just do your research before you choose a publisher. Okay, so step number 6, after you choose your publisher, here is the fun part. You choose your graphic designer, and your graphic designer is the person who will design your front and back book cover, as well as the spine of your book. You want to choose a graphic designer who has experience in the book publishing company that you go through. For instance, my graphic designer, he had experience in Lulu. He had already designed book covers for other indie authors through Lulu. And so your publishing company that you go through, they're going to have certain dimensions and all that graphic designer lingo stuff that you want to be aware of, because you want to be able to tell your graphic designer, you know, you have to, my book cover has to be in these dimensions because I'm writing a memoir. So the cover, the design, all of that has to fit, but in certain margins, certain dimensions and all that stuff, and it has to be formatted in a certain way. When I say formatted, I just mean what the inside of your book looks like. So some graphic designers also do formatting, or you may have to hire someone else to format the inside of your book. So when I say format, it just means when you open your book, it's what it looks like on the inside. So yeah, just make sure your graphic, I won't say make sure, but it's a plus if your graphic designer has experience in the publishing company that you chose. And the thing is, you don't want to skip out on your book cover because you want it to be catchy. I'm not just an author, I'm a reader. I love to read, and I am a sucker for awesome book covers. Like, but I don't have a particular thing that catches my attention. Like, so much catches my attention. Like, if it looks interesting, I want to read it. So yeah, get your graphic designer. They're awesome. I cannot believe I forgot one of the most important things about self-publishing a book, especially if you're going to do like global distribution to have it sold, you know, everywhere. You need an ISBN number. An ISBN number is the little number. It's your book's unique identification number. So hopefully you can see that. That's the ISBN number for my book right there. Every book in the world that is published, that is sold, like, you know, around, it has to have an ISBN number. And you can purchase an ISBN number online. I can't remember the name right off the top for the company that I went through, because I literally just remembered that you need an ISBN number, but I will link it or I will put it on the screen somewhere. So yeah, you need an ISBN number, and you want to make sure that your graphic designer has your ISBN number so that they can put it on, not on the book, in the book. Whoever does your formatting, you want to make sure that they have it so that they can put it in the book. Or what I did, I went through Lulu. When I was uploading my document, before I uploaded, they asked me, what is my ISBN number, or do I need one, because they provided me a free ISBN number. But I also published my book as an ebook, and I had to get a separate ISBN number because I published through another company. So my hardback book is through, I published through Lulu, and that has its own separate ISBN number. My ebook, I did through a different company called Draft to Digital, and I had to have a separate ISBN. So every format of your book has to have a different ISBN number. So if you have a paperback, it has to have its own ISBN. If you have an ebook with the same book, but it's an ebook, it has to have its own ISBN. If you have an audiobook, it has to have its own ISBN. So that's 3 different ISBNs. And the company that I went through to get my ISBNs, they offer bulk ISBN purchases, which comes in handy if you plan on writing more books and they don't expire. So that comes in handy too. So sorry that I forgot that. You need an ISBN number, and they're going to ask you for it when you upload your document. So then after you do all of that, if everything looks good, after everyone has sent back edits, and after you've approved book covers and everything, you have to put everything together again in Word document. That's how it works. And you are ready to upload your document. And hopefully when you upload it, everything checks out and you can see a preview of your book. Usually the publishing company, well, all of them usually send you, before you send it off and approve it for distribution. Distribution is just where it will be sold. So yeah, you can approve it before you know, send it off, and you press that green check that is done, that is your book. I really do hope this was helpful. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. I wrote down these notes about how I self-publish, so hopefully I didn't leave anything out, because like I said, it's a process. It's not hard, it's tedious. So I've told everyone that who has asked me, was it hard to write a book, to publish a book? No, it is not hard, it's tedious. But if you really want to do it, and if you really want to put the work in, it is worth it. It is so rewarding to get that first book in the mail for your approval. It's just the most rewarding feeling. So yeah, it's not hard, it's tedious. But yeah, this is my book. This is the first book that I published as a self-published author. It is called Purposeful Grace, a memoir of perseverance by Carla Breon Hood. So yeah, and it has my little picture in the back. And again, I hired a close up. I hired a graphic designer and a professional editor. So I'm going to open it up so you can see what it looks like. Yep, shows that little design here. And yeah, it's just I'm very proud of the work that I did. Okay, you guys, so I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of thought into it because I would love to see more indie authors out there, and I hope to inspire somebody to write that book and to get that book published that they have had on their heart for years, like I did, and I finally did it. And I just hope that you take the leap and that you do it. If you're interested in purchasing my book, it's available everywhere: Amazon, Barnes & Noble, ebook, and I'm going to link everything in the link below. I encourage you to read this book, not just because it's mine, but because it really is a good book about perseverance and how I just pushed through one of the most difficult but rewarding seasons of my life. It's funny, it's relatable. If you know me personally, it sounds like me talking, even though, you know, it's all correct and stuff, but it literally sounds like I'm just having a conversation with somebody, and it's just real down to earth. And I truly believe that so many people can relate to it, and I encourage you to read it. And if you like it, leave a review and encourage someone else to read it. I would really appreciate it, because I am growing my audience as an indie author, and I have so much more to offer. I'm a Gemini, so I want to dibble and dabble in all kinds of genres, you know, in the author world. So we'll see. So thanks so much for watching. Again, all of the information will be in the description box below about my book and anything that I think that I left out. I hope I didn't, Jesus. But yeah, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.